Hey Silencers, welcome to AFTERBUZZ TV's after show for NBC's new series Game of Silence. Tonight we're talking season 1, episode 6, Into the Black, and we have special guest Eileen Gruba, who plays Jesse's mom, Alice Ann, so don't go anywhere.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
We're trying to sway, but we can't.
We got a creepy,
like
we got a sinister
yeah.
Yes.
Dramatic.
Switch it up for you guys for our special guest. Got a nice new creepy song to sway to.
Well, it's the same song, just
It's a different sound.
Yeah, different sound completely.
All right, well, maybe we'll find another one for next week. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to our after show for NBC's new series, Game of Silence. I'm your host, Miaira Jennings, and you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Miaira Jennings, and I'm joined by my panel of co-hosts here.
Hey guys, Leslie Ambriz here, and you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at In Less Than No Time.
Hello everyone, I'm Abby Vega. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at _Abby Vega.
And I'm Nikki Preston. You can find me on Facebook and Twitter at Nikki Preston TV and Instagram at Nikki.Preston.
And we have our special guest in the house, Miss Eileen Gruba. Tell people where they can find you.
Oh, you can find me on Twitter at Eileen Gruba and Instagram at Eileen Gruba and on Facebook, Eileen Gruba.
So easy.
Yes,
so easy.
It's like me, I just stick with the name.
Yeah.
Nothing creative.
Just go with it.
Yeah.
It's easy when people Google you though.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom.
Right,
It's
yeah.
right there, you know?
Yep.
All right, I don't even know where to start. Again, there's literally not a dull moment ever.
Nope.
So we just have to
Yeah, no
just
kidding.
start somewhere. So I guess we'll start with Sean and Gil. They're kind of doing their own investigation, and they want to get Dooley back for all that he's done.
They're making me angry.
They want Dooley's head on a platter.
Anxiety. So much anxiety this episode.
Oh my gosh, yes. So for some reason they decide to go stake out the nursery. Sean is so bold, he decides to go on in and figure out, information about Dooley's motorcycle that he sees in the front, and he is confronted by Terry. What did you guys think about that confrontation? They had to have recognized each other, right?
Oh, obviously, yeah. I mean, the entire time I was just like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Get out of there. Like, what the hell, Sean?
Sean seemed really scared too.
I mean, they made it
so
work.
small
They
compared
played it
to-
off somehow. I honestly think that's what, I mean, we'll talk about it later, but I think that's what tipped off Terry.
Well, I think the problem is I think Sean doesn't realize, they don't realize that Terry is onto them. So I think genuinely
That's
that
true.
Sean didn't think that Terry recognized him, but
Wait, oh my gosh,
that's,
that's so
I think
true.
that's the case. So I think Sean thought he played it off well, but really Terry already knows that all the boot stuff, Terry just knows more than the guys think he does. So they think.
No, that's a good point.
But
Yeah. Wait, so did Jackson not tell them about the photos and everything?
I don't think
I don't think
He likes to hide
is
things
with-
from them. He's
He's just really bad at confrontation and letting people know about his demons that he's got hidden, or what is skeletons in your
Skeletons in the closet.
There we go.
Secrets.
What is with all these, just asking you, what is with all these secrets? Are we ever going to see a point where everyone knows everything? Can you tell us that?
I don't know.
She's like, nope.
I'm not sure everyone's ever going to know everything.
Yeah.
But, the secrets are fun.
yeah, and they
you
definitely when they
guys, not for
slowly
us.
creep out.
Alice Ann knows everything.
Pretty much.
Do you read the script though and you're like, I can't believe this is happening next, or what is going on?
Yeah. Every script, I'd be like, ooh, ooh, ooh. And then I'm like,
That's how we are. We literally scream a little bit every time
We're
we
always
watch one
told
of
to
these
like be
episodes.
quiet or the loudest ones in the booth.
Can't help it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that... I can't imagine reading that like before bed or something.
I know.
Okay, yeah. So we see flashbacks in this episode, but it's pretty different because now we see flashbacks from their adult lives instead of their children lives,
Thank
which
God.
is nice breather, no abuse or anything. But we see a pretty good glimpse into what their friendship was, obviously while Jackson was away and right before Boots got married. I think that gave a lot of insight to Sean's character in particular and why he's so close to Annie. I think we've been kind of wondering if it's romantic, but did you guys get a different feel this time?
I don't even know if I got a different feel, really.
Really?
No, I don't know. I still think that there's some romantic thing happening there. And I did like seeing Sean and Boots' friendship. I just liked seeing Boots because he seemed like the nicest person ever and seemed like a great friend. So it makes me more sad that he's the one that got shanked.
No. And I was so sad to see Sean like dealing back in the day. Like he, I guess because equipment, he had to survive, and then it kind of stayed with him. And now, I love trying to see him on the streets. He's trying to be like so tough and everything, and it's like not in him. He just needs to calm down and stay home.
Yeah, I think Sean is taking.
Calm down.
Stay home. Good advice.
I think Sean's kind of covering for what they're missing with Boots, because Boots was the calm one that was like, hey, I'm gonna keep you in check and you shouldn't be dealing. And now Sean's the one that's kind of, even though we see a crazy side of him, he's the one that's caring for Annie, keeping everybody else, in line.
Yeah, Boots is so calm until there's a golf club around. Right,
yeah.
Exactly.
It's just
It's a natural reaction.
It's kind of weird actually now seeing more of his, because he really did seem so calm. So it's crazy that just seeing someone from his past like that just set him off.
Yeah.
It's just kind of a testament, I guess, to what he went through. But because there's no even glimpse of that in any of the flashbacks of him as an adult. He seems like the level-headed one, and so it's interesting.
Yes, out of all of them, probably most shocking that he's the one to go to prison.
I know.
Yeah.
We thought Sean was the most level-headed up until this point, but we're seeing a different side.
You throw that out the window.
Who knows? Maybe the same thing will happen with Boots too. We'll realize that he had some crazier things going on in the past.
That's the best part about this show. Those writers will turn you on a dime.
Yes.
I know. That's all of us too.
It's crazy.
Yeah, so I definitely was not expecting Sean to go hit up the Siete, the 7-7s, to work with them to basically take down Dooley. He just wants to let them know where he is so they can handle it and he doesn't have to kill them. But he ends up getting kidnapped and dragged along for the ride anyway. Did you think they were going to make him kill him, or do you think he was going to kill him? Or
I thought he was going to die.
See, I knew they weren't going to kill him, but I just loved the line where he's like, I'm with y'all, but I'm not actually with y'all. He's like, I thought that line was hilarious because it was humorous and a very intense-filled episode, so I liked that. But I knew Sean wasn't going to die. Let's be realistic here. They're not going to kill off one of those three guys this soon, if at all.
I thought it was going to be like a huge plot twist. Like, we're going to lose Sean. Somebody else is going to come in the picture. I don't know, but I was freaking
It wasn't
out.
realistic, though. I mean, they would have killed him in a second. He's the only one alive. He's hanging out. He calls Gil over. They're staring at the body. It was just a little bit too unrealistic for me.
That was crazy, though. And just for context, they finally kill Dooley. And they take the money. They take all the drug money, which was a shocker to me. I feel like these little decisions that they're doing without thinking are going to ruin the whole plot. Like, they're just going to ruin their whole operation.
And Jackson's going to kill him.
Yes.
Maybe it'll pay their legal fees.
Yeah, they need to be covering all those
Here's like
lawyer
cash.
By the way, Renisha, yay, Alice-Ann. She's excited that you're on here. So Renisha's in the
Hi,
chat.
Renisha. Thank you.
Yeah, so anyway, Sean gives Annie the money. Do you think that's going to come back to bite them?
Yes.
Definitely. It has to, right?
Yep.
He didn't, though, right? He left the money in the car.
But he's still in possession.
I think he's going to eventually.
I think he might do it in a secret way. Like somehow help her out without her knowing that he had just random bunch of cash. I think he's going to somehow get it to her, but in a way that he doesn't really know it's from, she doesn't know it's from him.
Like a little by little transaction.
Yeah,
I can
hopefully
see
he
that
can
happening.
pull that off, because I just think something bad's coming.
I mean, they're so careless. He's literally chilling in the car with a pile of money. Like, oh, should I do something with this?
Exactly.
Put it at least low.
And once they find Dooley's dead body, they're going to be looking for the killers.
Yeah,
for sure,
Terry's
even though
going to
they
want
see-
that money back.
Yeah, exactly.
For sure.
So we will see what happens with all of that. That cannot be good. But we'll move on to Marina. She had a pretty good role, I think. I'm starting to like her a lot more. I can't lie. I don't know if you guys agree.
I'm on your side, yeah.
Maybe Abby?
Well,
Abby's
I was going to
son.
say, at the beginning of the episode, I wrote down, still don't care about Marina, but then by the end, I was all for her, because she had a total point with Jackson, you know? I'm not just a person, I'm going to be your wife, and I loved that line, because it's the truth. Come on, Jackson.
I was proud. I was very proud of her in this
the
episode.
fact that she went to Jesse's house, I was like, oh, okay, you're not going to sit around and sulk. She's like, oh, hell no, I'm going to go deal with this now.
Yeah, I like that she's a go-getter
that.
and she's not scared and fragile, but just, starting out with that situation. So she and Diane end up settling the case with whatever her name is, the former employee, because she was actually having an affair, which I think some of us may have suspected, maybe not with the person that it was with, but whatever. So that's dropped. However, they're still going to be working together, and there's this this moment on the balcony. I kind of was feeling the lover type of vibe. Yes.
Do you think that there's a lover vibe between Diane and Marina?
So some of us think
That's a yes. She's hesitating.
I don't know.
It's just like, no.
I don't get that vibe.
That's interesting.
Well, it is a different theory, right? But it's just
I don't
something
get it.
about the way she talks to her. There's ulterior motives for sure.
Yeah.
Something's off. I don't know if it's exactly that.
Are you
sorry to
saying
cut
with
you off.
Marina there's an ulterior, or
With
like,
Diana.
yeah.
Diana or Diane?
She gives off that lesbian vibe. I'm telling you.
Just something. If it's not that, then it's definitely something else.
It's her actions, and if it's like you said, if it's not that, it's definitely there's something where maybe she knows about Jackson
like
and Quitman
something.
and something going on there.
I'm definitely not getting a lesbian vibe. There's something off, but I'm not thinking it's.
I don't know. Just the little glances, the subtle
oh, we can have dinner, you know? I was like, oh. I mean, when my friends ask me to dinner, just like, hey, want to go eat? And not like try to seduce me to sit down with
Eileen is over here cracking up. Guys, I think we're wrong. We're completely wrong, but that's okay. It's all in the fun.
You guys are wrong, not me.
You never know.
We'll play
You just
the bet,
never
we'll figure
know
it
on
out.
this show.
So it's 3 against 1. We'll figure out who's right at the end.
Renisha gets the vibe too, so.
I thought she was going to hot for Alice-Ann, but that didn't make it in the edit, right?
No, they cut that out.
You guys had your own like steamy scene, right?
Season 2.
Sure.
Yeah.
So speaking of Alice-Ann, and we'll just cut, we're going to cut to stuff because there's too much. So Marina decides to confront Jesse after she finds the footage, which we all predicted, so good job, panel. We all predicted that she would find the footage of Jesse and Jackson having a beer on the porch. She finds it. She is not happy.
No.
Completely understandable. She goes on over there to confront Jesse, and her mother, Alice-Ann, was sitting on that porch ready.
Oh, yeah.
You always
Ready
got to
to
have
spark
a
the conversation.
gatekeeper.
How fun was it doing that type of scene? Because obviously Alice-Ann is a spitfire. Like, she is ready to throw some heat at people. It seemed like you guys had a lot of fun doing that one.
I have a blast with this character. She's a lot of fun and all over the place.
Yeah.
You never know. Sometimes she seems gentle and sweet, and sometimes she just
Yeah.
And it's me. Oh yeah, it's me with a southern accent.
Right, yeah.
I love it.
Which you do a great job with.
Yeah.
I love the accents.
I love how
Thank
honest
you.
she is with everyone. You know, with Gil, like, oh, you're getting some weight there. And with Marina.
Alice-Ann calls it.
Yeah, she says it how she is.
Yeah.
Is it the alcohol talking though? I think it opens you up.
She's always drinking. Alice-Ann's always got something going on. But no, I just think I just believe that my character is a pretty straightforward, unfiltered human being who's seen so much life. What is she afraid of?
Exactly, that's so true.
Nothing.
That's a good
Yeah, that's right. She has
She's
nothing
got
to
nothing
lose.
to lose.
Yeah.
Especially with this woman, she doesn't even know.
Yeah.
So she
Yeah.
ends up telling Marina about Quitman.
Yeah.
Now, my question is Marina going to continue an investigation about Quitman and Jackson, or is she just done with him as far as the Jesse situation is concerned?
I don't think
I think she's
done.
I think she's gonna keep digging and digging and everything with Jesse, with Quitman. I think she wants to know it all now.
Yeah, and we don't know what all she knows.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the bad thing is if she
We
gets
don't know what all
hear
she
everything you
learned
said.
yet.
Oh,
if she gets
yeah.
involved, this might ruin their plan of everything that everything that Jackson has planned to go down.
Yeah, that's true. But she kicks him out nonetheless. I really don't know what Jackson's next move is. Do you guys think he's actually going to be honest with her?
No.
He's not.
So you think he's never going to tell her
No.
the truth? She's just going to have to figure it out.
No, and I kind of wrote down too, it was for a second kind of who's correct in this situation, because Jackson's like, sorry, I don't go around telling everyone about my past. But then she's kind of right too with, well, I'm going to marry you. Why is this something you're not telling me? So it's kind of, I didn't even really know who to fully side with, but I lean towards
I was
Marina
so
more.
Marina. So Marina.
But definitely.
You can't side with Jackson.
Yeah.
I mean,
But I
this is an
understand it's a
important thing that he needed to tell
But
her.
I understand it's your 14-year-old kid. I don't know.
And also, just like in the prior episodes, everyone has trouble with the truth of what happened. And all of them. They all lied. They all hid it for many, many years. And, you know, not even Gil didn't even want to tell Jesse. And so I think Jackson gets a lot of the heat because he just keeps saying nothing. But I think he's just a far more private person and is less, maybe he's more in control and less volatile, so he doesn't spill.
Yeah. Do you think your character will ever feel a little bit responsible in the way because they ended up getting in the car because you were drinking, you know, got into the accident?
What are you trying to say? You think this was my fault? They crashed my car. My turquoise car.
Right, you have no sympathy. That windshield was
I'm not sure where they're going down the road, but I don't think Alice Ann had a whole lot of, I don't think she had a whole lot of remorse, but we'll find out later.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I was
have to wait and see.
being a good mama. My child needed to go to church.
Yeah.
Communion, right? Was it communion day?
I think if you aren't in church, it's not like I was just trying to get her to get
Right,
baptized.
yeah.
Understandable.
It's not your fault they hopped in that car for a joyride.
I know.
I'm with it.
With the tunes
No
on
Uber,
and
no
everything.
Lyft back then.
Right.
No, you just put on your leopard shirt and you just go to church on Sunday. I don't even know where we were living back then because originally we were in Georgia. And then they switched it to Houston.
Oh, that's so
Interesting.
So I don't even know where I'm from.
Well, that's all right. The alcohol will do that to you. Exactly. Definitely. Okay, so we'll just have to wait and see what happens with Marina if she decides to pursue it further, if Jackson tells her, which doesn't seem very probable. Yeah, we'll see what happens with that. But Jackson, meanwhile, is on his own investigation of sorts. He is trying to bust Terry so that they can have something to lean on to take down everybody. So he decides to go to Quitman and talk to Nate, and who is an inmate, and try to figure out if he has anything he can use as probable cause, because really he just doesn't have anything right now. And Nate tells him that there are shipments of drugs essentially every Monday and Wednesday. So Jackson takes that as the lead he's been waiting for, calls up the DEA, sets up this whole bust, like, yes, they're finally gonna get Terry, they're finally gonna take him down and catch all the drugs. And of course, everything goes so
I'm like,
wrong.
no, Jackson, it's not that
Right,
easy.
not that easy.
So we only in what, episode 5 or 6? We got
Six, yeah.
6. We got a long ways to
So
go.
first of all, my question is, what's the deal with Nate? Do you think someone told him to give Jackson false information, or do
No.
you think they covered their tracks?
I think that the guard told Terry. Terry's super involved in the prison. I think he knew exactly who Jackson was when he checked in. Oh. No, you're okay. I think he's because we all said, why is this security guard so suspicious? I think he knew exactly who Jackson was. The kid told the truth, but they tipped off Terry. I wrote down after Jackson was on the phone, I'm like, they're going to cover it up. They know that he's coming. And between Terry saying Sean, there's just no way. Yeah.
I don't know. I was thinking that at first, and now I think that the kid was lying. I think Nate was just too afraid. I mean, you see what they do to him. He probably made up some story just to be like, okay, get Jackson off my back and go.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen people lie and cover up for the Warden and Terry before, so it definitely is not a far-fetched theory. But I definitely get what you're saying, Abby, in a sense that maybe the guy was like, okay, he's here. Like,
Yeah, because he was
hide the drugs,
getting the
they're
name
coming.
out. He had the phone.
Yeah.
He was already flipping through.
Yeah, that's who doesn't work for Terry and the Warden in this
entire
town?
city does.
Is there anybody? Yeah.
Alexander.
I mean, right now that's what we think.
Right, yeah.
Until she runs out of whiskey, there's a bargaining chip. You know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, I don't know. I feel like Jackson compromised himself in that whole... First of all, why
He
was he
got way
there?
too excited. Yeah, he was all had his little vest on. Like, Jackson, what are you gonna do? You gonna run out there and help them out?
Somebody could have seen him. I think you said that during the viewing. So I just feel like that was a bad idea. And now they are on to what they're doing.
Yeah.
This whole episode was they just threw themselves out under the spotlight in this episode.
So we'll see what happens with that as well. For now, I think Terry is untouchable. I think he's covered all his tracks. We didn't see Detective Liz in this episode, but she's definitely still a pawn from what I can see. So there's more.
Definitely.
They're playing everybody. I don't know. Is anybody good anymore?
Maybe Liz and Jackson will team up.
I hope
feel
so.
like that's the only way they're gonna get Terry.
Yeah, I hope so too. And finally, we have Jesse and Warden Carroll and their whole campaign situation. Jesse is just getting deeper and deeper into this thing. So she actually, the warden has Jesse fly to Austin with him to go to this party. First of all, I was so creeped out by that, and the fact that she went. Why is she trusting him? I'd be so scared to go anywhere with him.
Something could happen on that plane.
The warden's goon guy in that bolo tie creeps me out too. He's always wearing that bolo tie.
That's the thing that sets it off.
I know. I'm like, you're a creep. Get out of here.
You know, he was on House of Cards.
Oh, that's true.
He fits that politician creep perfectly.
Oh, he so does.
And so many people kept saying to Jesse, "Oh, he likes you. He really likes you." It was so creepy.
In the same way that they told Gil that, which I was like,
I was thinking that.
So that's my first question. Do you guys think that the warden actually recognizes Jesse, and that's why he's taking her everywhere?
Yes,
or do you think it's romantic?
No, he recognizes her.
He knows who she is.
Or maybe both. Who knows?
Because remember the flashback when she went to Quitman to visit the guys, he stared at her insanely, and even when he met her when she came onto the campaign for the first time, he was just like, "Oh, hi, okay, bye." I think in that moment he was like, "Oh shoot, this."
Yeah, I think he knows who it is. What does he know who it is?
I don't know if he knows who it is, but I do know that Jessie is a fearless girl. And not stupid. Just she's been through a lot.
Yeah, she's
And
awesome.
So she's tough.
Yeah.
You raised
I like her character a lot.
I love Jesse. And
And
now
Brie Blair is amazing.
The women in this
She
show
is.
are ridiculously amazing.
Yeah, and I love that they really let her strengths. You know, she goes all over the place too. She'll have a moment of emotion and she lets it show, and then she pulls right out of it and becomes this fierce force again. I mean, Brie really plays this character well.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Yeah,
it's great.
She's tough, and then yet she's beautiful too, and she doesn't play the. What I love about her character and the way she's portraying her is that she doesn't play the "Hey, I'm a beauty" card at all.
No,
she's like, I'm like grassroots tough chick.
Yes.
You know, roll up my sleeves and get to work. And she's not afraid of anything.
Yeah, I love that
about her. But I don't think Gil's liking that too much right now. So we see a lot of confrontation between Gil and Jesse in this episode. Obviously, Gil does not want Jesse involved in this operation whatsoever. He knows the warden's capabilities. He knows that he's so dangerous. And I don't think Jesse gets that he could very well recognize her and be, leading her to a trap. So in this situation, while we have Jesse, who's such a strong female character, but we also have Gil, who's probably a little more knowledgeable, whose side are you on?
I wrote that down.
That's a hard
I
one.
did not know who to side with in this situation. They both had such good points, because they both just love each other and they're both trying to protect each other.
Right.
Because I totally understand with Jesse, you can't tell me these things and expect me not to want to help you.
Right.
But then obviously, Gil, it's super understandable. He loves her. He doesn't want her to get hurt. I am so torn. I couldn't pick a side.
It's so dangerous. No, Jesse should not be doing this.
Your
totally,
team Gil?
But with that being said, we were just talking about Jesse's character. She's so strong. There's just no way she's going to stop. There's no way.
There's something you learn in that scene right there because he's so volatile and she's not.
Yeah.
So who's the stronger? You got to look at who's the stronger.
Yeah.
I feel like if I had to choose, I'd go more towards Jessie just because she's awesome. She's a badass.
Yeah.
And I'm all for her being in on this. I think she's going to make the more smart, rational decisions and what to do. So I think her being involved is almost better for the guys.
She doesn't have the emotional buttons.
Exactly.
She has some, but she's also had somebody pushing her buttons for so many years that you really can't push her buttons.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think she's good to have in the
Allison
mix.
made her strong.
There you go.
Yeah.
And
Some
speaking
good
of that,
came out of that.
yeah, I just wanted to touch on that really quick because the scene in the bar was really cool to me between you, Allison, and Jesse. And I feel like when they're talking about, or when you guys are talking about Alice Ann's relationships and this whole situation, it really is insight into Jesse's past, and we know that she's been divorced several times. It's just a great testament to how powerful parents can be for their children.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, dealing with her mom has led her down this path. So do you think she's happy with Gil and where she's at now, or do you think she's kind of settling like she's done in the past?
You know what I feel like? I've read in the past, Eileen, I've read that women tend to choose the parent, a partner that is closest to the parent they had the worst relationship with.
Really?
And when you look at that, and then you look at Alice Ann, and then you look at Gil,
That's true.
Oh yeah, Gil and Alice Ann have a lot
are
of
so much
similar
alike.
qualities.
Is so much alike. And although Alice Ann is older now and a little more mellowed, a little bit, stronger maybe than she was in her youth. But I think maybe she was drawn to Gil because of that relationship she still has to fix.
Yeah.
I want to see a big scene between you and Jesse, some big emotional fight, or I feel like it could be coming in the future because you definitely, I think you guys have to talk about the past at one point.
Yeah, I don't think
More
I gave
flashbacks at least.
Or more,
Yeah.
I don't think I gave her the safest, most loving childhood.
Yeah.
I don't think I was a very good soccer mom.
Well, if anything, you made her tough, which is
Exactly.
important
If
to the
anything
story.
good
That
came out
is
of
very
it.
So
important.
we'll see how her role develops as we move forward, and we've
Yeah.
talked about Alice Ann and all of this. So let's just talk about our predictions really quick for next week. It looks like it's going to be another crazy episode. What do you guys think is coming?
Oh, wow.
What do you predict?
I definitely. Oh, I don't think on here. I definitely think that Marina, something's going to happen to her. Terry's definitely going to be behind it. She's getting kidnapped, or something's going to happen, and Jackson's going to have to try to save her. I'm really afraid about that. And maybe they'll capture both girls, maybe even Jesse, and I don't know, they'll both get captured, and it's not going to be good. I know someone's getting captured next week.
I don't know about a prediction, but I can say I can hope for some more shirtless Jackson. I'm all for it. Some eye candy.
Abby was feeling
Thanks
that
to silence for that.
You do get a lot of eye candy on this show.
Yes. They grow
They're
in
good looking,
each week.
yeah.
All the men have been topless, and I love it.
It's so true.
Isn't that nice? Kind
You
of
gotta
even
break the drama every now and then.
Yeah, but I definitely think Marina, something bad's gonna happen, but I'll let.
Yeah.
Yeah, something bad's gonna happen to Marina. We see it in the preview. We saw it coming like
Yeah.
weeks ago. I don't think Sean's done with the Siete gang because their guys got killed too, and I think there's gonna be some repercussions from that.
Yeah, I agree with you. I definitely think they're going to tie Sean to the situation with Dooley, and I think we're going to hopefully see more Alice Ann flashbacks and interactions with Jesse. But now, let's talk about Eileen.
Hey, get ready for
Do
some
I have
questions.
to look at that, or I can look at you?
Both of us.
Yes, yeah, whatever you want.
Yes.
So my question for you is: you've basically done it all: actress, writer, producer, director, etc. We could go
Casting,
on and on.
everything, yeah.
Exactly. Is there a specific area of the industry that you prefer over another?
Oh, by far the acting. But as an actor, this is my 25th year. You always have to have other jobs, and I always chose my other jobs to be in the industry because that helps. And a bunch of years ago, I went through a big, medical fund challenge, and during that time, I took on casting jobs, big, and running casting departments and stuff to pay my medical stuff.
Oh, man.
So I have a pretty big casting resume too. A lot of people don't know that.
That's impressive, though. Yeah.
But acting by far, that's You know, that's where I have the most fun, as you can
Getting to play
see.
these fun characters.
Yeah,
like
I always
Alice.
play the really wild, crazy characters.
You do a great job at it.
Yeah,
Thank
seriously.
you.
I think you're so sweet here in person. I would never put two and two together.
Thank you.
You did say about the medical thing. I know I was reading an article that you're all about inclusive diversity with including people with disabilities.
Yeah.
How has it been on set with Game of Silence? You know, getting to be on this big NBC show. How has that worked together?
They've been amazing. I'm, you know, I have a rebuilt leg, I have a brace, and all that stuff, and you know, it's been a challenge in our industry. I'll just be honest with you, but these producers, they didn't care at all. They loved it, no problem at all. Even that opening pilot scene where I had to like do fight scenes and get knocked down a bunch of times while we were shooting, and then you know, chase after a speeding car, and you know, they just asked, "Can you do this?" And I was like, "Yes." And I love that they just ask if you can do it rather than just assume you can't and not give you the job, which happens way too often. And yeah, I've been on the forefront of the battle for the inclusion of people with disabilities in our industry and the entire diversity issue. I'm on the SAG committee for diversity.
Oh,
And,
that's amazing.
so cool.
and I've been fighting really hard for that because I just feel like our world will be so much more complete, whole, and kinder when everyone has a fair shot. And I'm not saying
Exactly.
favors for anybody. I'm saying fair shot.
Yeah.
Equal opportunity
Exactly.
for everyone regardless, because I feel like there are so many gifts that every person brings to the table, and sometimes those with the greatest adversity have the greatest gifts focused. And so why do you want to cut them out of the game when they could be bringing you life's answers to the greatest problems like Stephen Hawking and you know, or the greatest music like Stevie Wonder?
Yes.
Like, why do we want to cut them out just because they have a challenge that's different than yours or mine, or who, you know, we all have challenges. They're just, some of them are visible and others are not, you know.
That's really amazing. Because that's something that you don't hear brought up as much. You hear like the women and the race. So I think that's amazing that that's something that you're really an advocate for. That's really cool.
Thank you very much.
But a question for you.
Yes, ma'am.
What was it about Alice Ann in particular? Any characteristics that stuck out to you when you were going out for the role? What did you like about her?
What's not to love, right?
I loved the audition scenes were actually pretty small, short, but she's absolutely out of control. and that's for me. I mean, I've trained for a lot of years. I always train. I still train. I've had the greatest coaches at the Actors Studio, and you know, they really taught me how to put all this hard life experience into my work. So when I see a role like that, I've done all the work. I can go there in 30 seconds. We can be dancing on set and go bam into like a rage, and you know, that's because of all the training, because of all the work. And that's the part that, you know, people don't really realize takes an enormous amount of training so that you can use your life experience on a dime as fast as you need to, and then do it 10 times for as many takes as you need.
That's awesome. And so Alice Ann is kind of an out there character. She seems to, you know, be a little rough. But what is one quality of Alice Ann that you could take to your personal life? What is something inspiring about her?
You know what? That is the same as my personal life. Is that what you're asking? Alice Ann's a fighter. And I'm a fighter. I've been fighting for my life ever since I was 4 years old. I'm a fighter, and I had 6 brothers, so there's another fighter. You know, I've been through a lot. And Alice Ann is a fighter, and you'll see more of that as the episodes unravel. But she goes head at everything.
Yes.
I love it. I love the female characters in the show. They're amazing.
And me in my lifetime, always, when I'm afraid of something, I go right at it.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's like...
That's the way to
That's a
go.
good quality to have.
I'm not a person who runs away from trouble.
Face it head on.
Yeah.
We actually have some behind-the-scene pictures, so I'm really excited. And maybe you can describe
You
what's
do?
going on, or if you remember.
Oh,
Those
that's
pictures.
fun. Isn't it funny? We look so close in age, and but the changes with the lighting and the makeup and the hair and all that silliness. That was a day, we were actually in the trailer after a day that I can't really tell you about because it's coming
Yeah. I was going to say, we haven't seen a bloody Alice Ann yet.
I know.
Maybe that'll be that rage episode.
Yeah, so that's a teaser.
I'm excited. And now, how is it working with the kids compared to working with the adults? You almost feel like you gotta like take them under your wing. Are you like a parent in some ways?
I love those kids. Yeah, and Katie, Kelly, and I had a lot of fun. And we talked and goofed around a lot, and, you know, she knew what was coming, and I warned her that I'm not an actor who goes sort of half at anything, so I just, like, I don't want to scare you, but this is how I'm going to grab you, and this is going to get scary, so, you know, here's how we can play it off. So I was like, so let me know if there's anything that's, you know, we worked out the whole pulling her to the car and all that stuff, and she was fantastic because she was like, don't worry, I'm not afraid, everything's good. And I was like, I promise you I won't hurt you, I'm in complete control of my instrument, but I will scare the crap out of you. Just so you know. So she and I'd be back there dancing and goofing off, and then they'd be like, action, and I'm like, "Rah!" You know. But she was such a great sport. And same thing with the kids. I had to fight with Curran, and he was wonderful. And we had, you know, we really got into some fight scenes there. You see so much less than what we actually shoot, and it got physical, you know. But it was all good.
Because you're so sweet in person. Like, how did they keep casting you for all these crazy,
You know what? That's an interesting point. You know how typecasting happens, and in the diversity arena. Well, you know, years ago, I'd go in for roles, and then they'd figure out that I had a limp, and then it was when we started going out for the hard crackhead, drug addict, hooker, prostitute roles that they could justify the limp. And so, unfortunately, that's how it all started. I remember my sister posting on Facebook once, my sister's really a sweet girl. I don't know why she plays all the time. But that's why it started, and then it just grew. And, you know, fortunately for me, some of those roles really made an impact, like the one on Sons of Anarchy, Precious Ryan, and, you know, like, good. I don't care. As long as I'm working, I don't care how ugly I have to be. I can be scary. I've played the mother of serial killers, like the reason they became a serial killer on CSI Miami. I mean, I've played some ugly, ugly roles. I'm hoping one day I'll get to play a pretty role before I'm dead, but whatever. Maybe one day there will be a mom who's allowed to have a limp. I don't know. But
There should.
Yeah,
definitely should.
Yeah.
This mom, she gets to. So that's how it all started with me, with the crazy wild roles, and you know, I have the life experience for it, so why not? You know, if you got to get typecast, why not?
Yeah.
You know, but things are changing. We're on the tip of a tidal wave that we've been pushing for so many years. And now it's going to go, and then suddenly they'll be looking back, and nobody will know what we went through to get there.
So true.
Wow, that's an awesome point. But in this case, we'll definitely take it as a positive because
It's a positive.
we're glad you got the Alice Ann role.
I was like, you know what? Whatever I got to do to get through that door, you know, like whatever I got to do. If I got to play, you wouldn't believe like the drug addicts I've had to play, and I'm like the girl who's never done a drug in my life outside of a hospital.
Yeah.
So I mean, unusual like that. I've never even smoked pot. It's just not my. I'm not a drug person, and so I laugh at it a lot too. I was a choir girl. I sang in the choir. They probably all disown me by now.
I hope not.
What are you gonna do?
No, I'm sure they're so
Shows how great of an actress you are.
Exactly. So convincing, smoke cigarettes so well.
Oh gosh, and that's another thing I would never touch. I was like, do I really have to? You know, like I've got it over here until they say action, and I'm like, you know,
Okay, fine. So you and the other cast members have been so amazing with promoting the show online and connecting with your fans. How has social media impacted your experience on this show? Because you're just great with connecting with all of the silencers out there.
Oh, thank you. Well, I felt like even though my character took a little break before she came back, I felt like this is the time to get everybody in, and so I wanted to keep promoting for everybody else, for all the other actors, and do everything that I could. And you know, my Facebook following is really loyal. I have the most amazing Facebook fans, everybody, like they share it all over the place, and a smaller group on Twitter, but it's growing, but they're really loyal, and they share and they tweet, and I was like, well, let's just build the momentum. And so like I looked up, a handful of the actors on the show, and I was like, what big shows were they on? And I'm like, okay, Revolution. Is everybody on Revolution? Fan list following the show. Like I kept trying to connect everybody to get everybody watching. So because you don't have a whole lot of time to build an audience on a network show, so you gotta do this work. So I'm glad we have social media to do all that now.
Yeah.
Well, you guys,
what they did way back when.
I know, right? It's definitely making it so much more fun for the fans, so much more fun for us.
Yeah. I'm trying to hashtag as much as possible. Game of Silence. I love it.
Game of Silence. Please keep the conversation going. Right. And thank you so much for supporting our after show as well. I mean,
thanks for coming.
you guys are killing it on the show this season, and we're so excited to hear hopefully about season 2 soon.
Well, you guys are awesome. Thanks for doing this.
We love it.
Great.
Thank you for stopping by.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for having me.
That's about all we have for this week, and hopefully next week we will not be at a loss for words with all the action that's coming. So until then, thank you guys so much for tuning into our after show tonight. We really appreciate it. And you can keep the conversation going on Twitter, as we said, hashtag Game of Silence, everything, Game of Silence, Game of Silence.
No matter what you're talking about, hashtag Game of Silence.
I just had a corn dog, Game of Silence.
Exactly.
Yes, sounds good. And keep up the conversation with all of us online too. You can find me at Miaira Jennings on Twitter and Instagram. Thanks, guys.
And you guys can find me, Leslie Ambriz, on Twitter and Instagram at In Less Than No Time.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at _ Vega.
And Nikki Preston TV for Facebook and Twitter.
And our special guest, Eileen Gruba.
And you can find me at Eileen Gruba on everything.
Thank you again. It was a pleasure having you.
Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. Thank you.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.